So, okay, a month before I turned 60, which was the end of May, I was laid off. Okay. So that's 2 years shy of retirement and nowhere near ready. So I dusted off my resume, I applied, I waited, but of course, silence, right? So I was exhausted, not just from job hunting, but from the realization that at our age, the system isn't built for us anymore. Younger generations are stepping into roles we've held for decades. Companies want new blood, fresh ideas, as if we did not pioneer half the technology they're now using, right? So this isn't just happening here, of course, it's global. I know in China, they say if you haven't made it by 40, it's over. Here, it's starting to kind of feel like that. Maybe it's because I'm in that age now, 60. So I thought I'd dive back into drop shipping. So a month ago, I started recording about drop shipping. I documented my process. I wanted to help others while rebuilding myself. But to be honest, the stress, the exhaustion, it felt like survival all over again. My brain did not fire like it did pre-COVID. The passion just wasn't there anymore for me. So, same month that I was laid off, my uncle passed away, stage 4 lung cancer. Okay. He never smoked nor drank alcohol, but he was diagnosed that at 62 and gone in 6 months. So he worked all his life, he made sacrifices, but he never got to enjoy the retirement he earned. Okay. So that moment hit me so hard. I realized I didn't want to spend my remaining years surviving. I wanted impact for my family, my coworkers of my age, for other people of my age that are fighting for jobs in a world obsessed with youth. And here's the thing we need to remember. This isn't their world or the young generation's world only. In fact, we created this. Our generation created this. Remember Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Tim Berners-Lee? These weren't young geniuses of today. They were people our age. Now, when they revolutionized the world, sorry. So, AI, artificial intelligence, AI isn't some Gen Z toy. It was born from the innovations of our generation. Okay. That's our generation's brainchild. So back then, it started as clunky systems, macros, and algorithms. Remember that? Yeah. So slowly, we were trained to use it, right? From rotary phones, now we got smartphones. From floppy disks, now we got cloud computing, right? And then from green screens, not that green screen in the back, but the actual computer screens. Now we got touch screens, right? And from coding languages to what? Natural language models, which is the LLMs, like the chat GPT. Yeah. So now, if you think about it, we built the foundation. So why do we stop now? Just because we're 60, just because we're 50, just because we're 45, why do we want to stop now? Today's AI isn't just for the young, it's for us, the ones who understand innovation because we built the foundation for it. And now we're being told we're too old to keep up? No, no, that's not even true. It's time we reclaim our seat at the table, not just for the income, but for freedom, dignity, and impact. Okay? Online income and digital marketing aren't just for the young. If we could knock on doors in the bitter cold, swallow our pride, and do whatever it took to make ends meet, we can master the ease and convenience of online and AI marketing too. Okay? Okay, after explaining this to my coworker, who's part of the massive layoff from our company, she asked me to show her how to make online her turf, also in making income and prepare for the looming retirement that she's not quite ready yet. And being a US immigrant like me, it's tougher to find our voice here. We both laughed actually because after decades of building a life in a country we weren't born in, I was here since I was 19, we thought we'd finally feel like we belonged. But the truth, we feel invisible, like we no longer belong anywhere. Then we joked, maybe we belong online. Maybe it's true. So after teaching her how online marketing works using her unique skills, I created the Wisdom Guide, a simple way for people like us to turn decades of experience into dignified online income. So it's no tech overwhelm because that's a lot of our mindset was like that, right? So no inventory, no daily posting, so no dancing on TikTok. Just a simple system I use to make my wisdom work for me and for anyone. So if you've ever felt overlooked, irrelevant, or just tired of fighting for jobs against younger generations, this is your invitation to take advantage of the online, not just to connect with families and friends, but to earn and prepare for your future, your looming, your looming retirement maybe. So you don't need permission, you just need a plan. So let's go.